We bought a 35-foot blue water sailboat and never sailed a day in our lives. The first few months, we lived on the boat, at anchor, bartered for lessons, and spent all the time we could practicing. We learned the basics and set sail for our maiden voyage, a 1,600 nautical mile journey from Florida to Massachusetts. Last week, we made it to LaBelle before having to do our first major repair. We washed the boat and goofed around town while we waited for the part to arrive. This week, we are going through our first locks to get to Lake Okeechobee. On our way, we visit Moorhaven and Clewiston, where we suddenly find an unexpected guest at the dock. Join us every week by subscribing to our YouTube channel, or get early access to our adventures by joining us on Patreon. Just add Sailingdipity to the end of either URL.
Done?
Our steering cable came loose. Just put it back on real quick.
Cool.
After a quick fix of our steering cable, we were underway again, heading straight for Moorhaven.
Today we're going to walk and do some laundry. So I got our wet bag on, and Damien has his bag. Oh, he's got his bag out there somewhere with him. So, yeah.
Alligator.
Good morning. We just want to give you a quick update about where we are and what we're doing. We are in Moorhaven, Florida today.
Yeah, on the Okeechobee Waterway, just on the edge of the lake pretty much.
So this is probably, we have one more stop we're going to make, just a break maybe. We'll check weather, we might spend the night. The Clewiston's our next stop. We have one more lock to go through on the west side of Florida, and we actually thought we were going to leave the day before yesterday, but we ran out of gas. That's the story of our life. We've been running out of gas since we had the Vanibus. It's kind of a tradition.
Neither vehicle has working gas gauges. Well, the Vanibus did eventually. I fixed it, but for the longest it didn't.
Yeah. And the gas gauges on the GMCs aren't very reliable, so we knew it.
Yeah.
So we ran out of gas. So we got 5 gallons, came back, put it in. We knew that wasn't going to be enough. So Damien took a walk. We walked together to a little brunch spot, and I kind of waited midway. And
A third of the way, yeah.
Yeah, about a third of the way. That's right. Damien went and put in, he went and got a 5-gallon of gas, and then, and had chemo. And it was like a pretty long walk. So when he left, a car pulled up.
Yeah, after I got the gas and was like ready to walk back, start my walk back. Yeah, a car pulled up. Somebody offered me a ride. I just thought it was somebody being nice. Turned out it was a sheriff in an unmarked car. So yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, really helpful. And thanks. Yeah.
Right?
All right.
Right?
So, you know, yeah, everybody's just...
Everyone's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool, though. Really, really nice.
Very nice. The town was nice.
Yeah. Just nice people. Yeah, it was a cool town. Great little stuff.
More Haven. Yep. So there's not a lot happening here. I wouldn't say like I had a vacation around it, but if you're coming through the locks or through Okeechobee Waterway, I'd say that it's definitely like a fun little spot to stop. Yeah. So now we're all cleaned up, pretty. We got our water filled up. The boat's rocking. That's so cool. We've got we have water. We have gas. All our fluids have been checked. So yeah, we are actually motoring today because we're going to go with the current and the wind.
Yeah, we're getting the last little bit we're like at the edge of the lake if you're looking at it on a map, but we still got to ride through the channel a little bit so we can like get to Route 1, which is like the section that crosses the middle of Lake Okeechobee. Once we get there, we can probably put up the sails if there's some wind.
So I guess that's it. Yep. So we're heading out. Yeah. Peace.
The day turned into a cotton candy evening. And the morning presented itself with a brilliant blue and puffy clouds, giving us the okay to head to Clewiston.
Good morning. Hi. You. Hi. Okay, it's time to go. We're on the Kalahasuchi River. I think I said that properly. We're about to come up to the Okeechobee Lake Okeechobee. And this is probably called the Okeechobee Waterway. Peace out, Moorhead, Moorville, Moorhaven. Moorhaven, peace out, Moorhaven. And we just pulled up the last line, but since it's so calm, he's just gonna push us off. Oh, sorry, that was the last line. But yeah, he's just gonna push us off the stop. Peace out, Moorhaven. Thank you.
We went through 3 locks while crossing through the middle of South Central Florida. You call the lock tender, and they tell you when and where to go. When it's time, you venture down a long waterway with concrete walls on either side and ropes hanging from the walls.
Hey! Hey! You want to say hi? Okay, good. All done.
You grab onto the ropes and watch the gate close behind you. The water then either rises or lowers by the opening of the front gate. Water either rushes into the lock, raising you, or it flows out of the lock and lowers you. Locks are made to change your elevation, taking you up or downhill.
Yeah, right? What'd he say? This is Clewiston, guys. We found just one single dock, but we ended up sharing it with a new neighbor last night. Good morning. I just woke up. You can probably tell I have this doe eyes. This is what my mom says when I first wake up in the morning. Last night we were just kind of hanging out, and suddenly It's right out here. We saw somebody and a whole sailboat, like right upon us, right behind us, right there. Look where we are. So, and then we see a head pop out, and the guy's like, "Hey, help me, help! I need some help, man." So we did. We helped him get himself kind of out of the way of some rocks here and get all tied in right behind us. So now we have a neighbor, but we're leaving him. We're off. All right, here we go to Okeechobee, Lake Okeechobee. It's about a 5-hour crossing. We are going to put out our mainsail and our Genoa, see if we catch a little wind today. So excited to finally sail. Peace.
Join us next week as we finally cross Lake Okeechobee. Follow along here on YouTube every week as we learn to sail proficiently, snorkel, fish, and navigate our way from Florida to Massachusetts to plan our wedding. Our honeymoon will be the start of our first offshore trip to the Caribbean and will mark the beginning of our start to sailing around the world. Start from the beginning of our journey by clicking the letter I. A big shout out to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. Thank you. Become a part of the crew at patreon.com/Sailingdipity for early access to our adventures and much more. See you next time. We bought a 35-foot blue water sailboat and never sailed a day in our lives. The first few months, we lived on the boat, at anchor, bartered for lessons, and spent all the time we could practicing. We learned the basics and set sail for our maiden voyage, a 1,600 nautical mile journey from Florida to Massachusetts. Last week, we made it all the way to the last lock in Clewiston, where we helped a fellow newbie get their sailboat off a rock and properly docked behind us. This week, we sail Lake Okeechobee, where we begin taking on water. Join us every week by subscribing to our YouTube channel and hitting the bell for notifications. Or get early access to our adventures by joining us on Patreon. Just add Sailingdipity to the end of either URL. What do you think of this?
I'm terrified. Just kidding. I'm a little nervous because I know there's rocks, but we haven't gone under 7. So that's very fun. Back to sailing.
Coffee was on and we were underway. The smell of the fresh brew, mixed with sweet excitement, filled the air. The time had finally come and we were both absolutely over the moon about getting to put up our sails again. We'd been traveling upstream on a river for weeks now and were ready to hear the quiet that the lack of an engine brought. Combine that with the swish of the sails and the gurgle of the water and it's the perfect meditative mix.
This is our first blue water cruise in Lake Okeechobee. Yeah, I think we're gonna be out of sight of the land for a little while, so I'm kind of excited. And nah, pretty much just excited.
sail out, not much wind, but we're doing it.
We are just across the Okeechobee, and we're suddenly taking on water, and we're not quite sure why. So, turned our pump on. It's been taking a lot. We just brought our sail down real quick, so we're not feeling it all. That might have slowed it. Not really sure what's happening, but we're a little nervous. So, just thought I'd give you an update. Taking down the sail and restarting the pump works. We think it's when we're peeled over to one side that it kind of does that. Takes on water. We're not really sure what that is, but we're going to go to this anchorage and we're going to look it up. What do you think about what just happened?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Gonna do some more research. It's something with a through hole up front, I guess. I think it's because maybe we just angled weird. Maybe something opened and then didn't close. Because as soon as we stopped moving forward, it stopped flowing. So maybe the door just closed or something. I don't know. That's my thoughts.
Cool. Thanks. Getting anchored right outside of Port Mayaca lock. There's the dolphins over there. And there's the lock right there. It's usually open. It was open when we just got there. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. That's the lock. Skipping?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. This time it was more like a.
Well, yeah, it was. Yeah, but it's like grinding.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. All right. Well, Rocky Bottom. This is our first Rocky Bottom anchor. So yeah, we'll try it. Let's reverse on it. Let's see. All right. This is our second attempt. Much better bottom. Damien just said. So it's probably working much better. We're a little further out, but we're used to a little bit of rocking. We actually haven't been on anchor for like 2 weeks, guys, because we've been on this little river. But we're off for tonight. It's hot. It's not hot on your little feet. You want to see what your daddy's doing?
Just checking on things, Daddy. Once we got anchored and settled in, I got into the dinghy to see if I could figure out why we were taking on water so ferociously. I figured out one of our through hulls wasn't working properly. Nothing to do but plug it until we could get another one. We celebrated the lack of a serious leak on a hot summer day with some ice-cold watermelon from our handy converted icebox.
Oh no! All done.
The clouds formed all around us as the sun began to set.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. yeah, boy. The one to show me now and forever. No, you'll never be alone again. All day, oh yeah, all day. Please stay in my arms, boy. The one to show me if we're together. It don't matter if it rains. All day, oh yeah, all day. As long as you're in my arms, boy. It's you and me on this beautiful day, and it's smiling, holding on to you tight. I guess our hearts can align, and it feels so right. It's like your love has gotten to me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. I can see it now, it's deep in your eyes. No way to define what we feel inside. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh, I knew it's you, yeah, boy. The one to show me now and forever. No, you'll never be alone again. All day, oh yeah, all day. Please stay in my arms, boy. The one to show me if we're together. It don't matter if it rains. All day, oh yeah, all day. As long as you're in my arms, boy. Don't worry about tomorrow. For now, you're everything in my day. I love the way you like a song. You know my heart, 'cause you know me, know my heart. You're everything in my day. I love the way you know my heart. Yeah, alright. The one to show me now and forever.